Welcome to Lobster's list for December 20th, 2012. Number 1. Predestination from Brain and Nerd is a 4X strategy game where you scout and settle planets with colonies and engage in turn-based space fleet battles. The premise is that an alien race awoke from stasis and began exterminating life in the galaxy after a human-built probe discovered their star system. When multiple alien races join together to confront the hostile race, ruptures in the fabric of space scatter the ships not only across the galaxy, but also across time. Play as a ship flung into the past that must prepare for the future. The game for PC is included at the $20 tier. This game looks well designed, and the developers are trying to address some of the problems 4X games have had in the past. Features like automated scouting and colony blueprints add the option for playing with reduced micromanagement. The minimum funding goal of $25,000 has already been met. Number 2. Forsaken Fortress is a base management game with a post-apocalyptic setting with real-time squad-based combat. This footage is from a prototype. A group of human survivors maintain a base, and squads are sent out into the wasteland to scavenge what they can. $15 pledgers can get a pre-order for PC, Mac, and Linux at half off the planned launch price. I am interested in seeing how immersive a role-playing experience this game could provide. We see tasks being performed like preparing meals or playing cards when characters are not engaged in fighting. There's very little time left for this campaign. Number 3. Full Boar from Whole Hog Games is a 2D adventure puzzle game. Play as a boar named Frederick who is sent into the depths of a mine to seek its riches. The underground world bears ancient ruins with strange technology. A copy of Full Boar for PC is at the $7 tier. There are stretch goals for Linux, then Mac support to be added. A playable demo is also available on their website. Their pitch video could serve as a good example of a template for future project creators to follow. Number 4. Galcon 2 Galactic Conquest is a free-to-play RTS game. Ships are sent in swarms to capture planets. Galcon was released for iOS in 2006 and has had multiple revisions and changes since then. This footage is from Galcon Fusion. It is being developed first for PC, Mac, and Linux, then ported to mobile devices. Backers that contribute $10 can get access to the beta, access to the beta tester forum, and $20 worth of in-game currency. Now on to honorable mentions. Legends of Dawn is an open-world PC RPG set in the fantasy world with 3 gods players can make sacrifices to. A spell creation system is one of the features they are promoting. There are 3 races, over 20 dungeons, and at least 150 monsters. Kickstarter backers can pre-order the game at the $15 tier. The developers have worked in the past on the games Space Force Constellations and Space Force Rogue Universe. Soul Gambler from M. Gaia is an RPG visual novel with the protagonist able to sell portions of his soul. Decisions will carry heavy consequences. A playable prototype with the first 2 chapters is linked to from the project page. M. Gaia worked on the game City Rain that was a student showcase winner at the 2009 Independent Games Festival. They want to bring the game to PC, Mac, iOS, Android, Windows Phone, and the Chrome Web Store. The $5 tier has a pre-order for a copy of the game for one of those platforms, while you can get copies for multiple platforms and access to the beta with a $10 pledge. Dark Asylum is a point-and-click horror adventure game. Navigate through a creepy asylum while solving puzzles. Photographs of real-world asylums have been used for reference. Releases are planned for PC, Mac, iOS, Android, and Windows Phone. You can pre-order at the £5 tier. Scroll Ninja is an action side-scroller game where you can play as a ninja with abilities like a grappling hook. Its previous attempt raised $1,373 towards a $15,000 goal. The new goal is $30,000. Its target platforms are PC, Mac, Linux, and Android. You can pre-order Scroll Ninja for $5 on Android, and there's a special Kickstarter edition at the $8 tier. $15 can get you the desktop version. Hexels is an interesting accessory for sellers of Catan boards. It uses plastic frames with magnets to hold together the game board when playing, and later letting the tiles stack for easy storage. A set for the 3 to 4 player version of the game is at the $35 tier. Unlamentia, Straima, and maybe more is a project seeking £2,000 to help finish 2 games for PC. Unlamentia is a first-person puzzle game with the objective of shooting pink faces by determining the mechanics of a level. Straima is described as an action platformer that is fast-paced with power-ups. The project creator has created a number of freeware games that some of this footage is from. More funding will allow the project creator to work on future games. Pledging £2 allows access to updates, demos, and a level editor to create levels for Straima, where those levels could find their way into the official game. £6 adds a copy of either Unlamentia or Straima, while the £10 tier has a copy for both. SKYJACKER, Starship Constructor, allows you to disassemble and reassemble alien spaceships from the 8 races of the SKYJACKER universe. A shooting gallery game mode for blowing apart the ships is a stretch goal. The rest of this footage is from SKYJACKER itself. SKYJACKER cancelled its first campaign, did an immediate reboot, and then fell short of its $200,000 goal by just over $71,000. You can pre-order SKYJACKER Starship Constructor at the $5 tier. BattleCON Devastation from Level 99 Games is a board game that was inspired by 2D fighting games. This is the second BattleCON game, and the original was very well reviewed. The game is at the $50 tier, and backers outside the US will need to add $20 to cover shipping. This project creator has a history of 3 successful Kickstarter campaigns in the past, and it was a backer on the minigame library collection. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps those projects.